guys, we're on episode 4.
And, at least it's reassuring because basically at the moment we have a cab on a frame and we have to race this in 5 weeks.
Yeah, but we've got, doors and mirrors and...
Just take them off.
Yeah, well, stay tuned for that.
And the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's check this thing out.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
So ridiculous. I've always wanted a fab housing. Man, let's get this thing out of the box and on the floor, please. I gotta look at it and stare at it. So I can't stress enough how excited I am about this piece. So it's a 8 3/4 Mopar rear. So the entire truck will be Mopar front to back. Obviously it's a fab housing. We did the back brace for, if we ever decide to get super weird with power. Plus, let's be honest, it looks really cool. That's probably 90% of why we did it. But we also opted for the fill plug, which is really slick. Nice and easy to put the fill or the fluid in. Vent. And then on the bottom, we actually have a drain. So you can actually service this thing with no issues. And it should be really, really nice to get in there.
It is so pretty.
I know. Oh man, I wonder what's in here. I'm excited to see what's inside this package.
What could it be?
A fence post. It's of a hammock. This is going to be a while. So stay tuned for video 5 where we actually put the packages on. Get in there. There you go. Good enough for now. Oh, I did that wrong.
You put it on backwards?
This has got to go above it.
Oh no. Who needs a hammer?
I am a hammer. Look at that.
I just need a little persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay. I'm trying to put these shackles in place. Get this thing at about where they're going to be. It's almost that time.
It's almost that time.
See?
Okay.
There you go. Your way.
Okay. That works
There you
pretty
go.
well.
Something like that. Then you just have to figure out side to side. It's not as bad as I expected it. It has more room to the frame than I thought it would.
That's a pretty decent amount of room, but how will it look once there's tension on it?
Once we put a stock shackle back in, it'll bring it down roughly 2 inches. Just guessing here, it's probably going to be about 3 inches of squat once it sits on the ground. That's just an educated guess. So I think it should work all right. So here's everything mocked up. We got the cowl tracks on, bars are in place. Everything's kind of where it needs to be. Trying to establish ride height, but unfortunately I have a 3-inch drop shackle that was already on this truck and we got it. So we need to get a stock one on there, which should be here tomorrow. That way I can get the rear end down, kind of ballpark the ride height, and I need to get the shock mounts welded on. They're going to go in the middle of this back brace somewhere, and then just kind of obviously set the pinion angle and get moving forward on this deal. Oh, hey. Hey, hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Don't mind me, out here in my high-tech paint booth.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it out here.
There's nothing more exciting than watching paint dry. We were a little hesitant to paint it black, but it actually turned out really cool. And with that bright red center section, it's gonna look good.
You're really bad at Christmas, aren't you?
Yes.
2 tubes.
2 tubes.
Look at that. Okay. Let's see that bad boy. Nice. What's in the tackle box?
Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
And what color is that?
Red. They did a good job.
It looks so good. So a little bit of a backstory on this. This is actually their muscle pack. So it comes with everything you need. The center section fully built, the brakes, the housing, the whole 9 yards.
Those are beefy.
Yeah, I think a 33 spline. Look at those studs, 1/2 inch. Oh man, look at that. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Why do you open it so aggressively? I'm proud of you for not making a mess with the peanuts everywhere.
Yeah, only one.
All right, so the last couple days we've been working on like 14 different things at once. One of those things being a new steering wheel, but clearly I screwed something up in the rush. Jason went to power up the harness he's been thinning, and
Happy accident.
happy accident. Jason's been thinning the wiring harness, throwing it on for test purposes, make sure everything works. The horn works,
Yeah, the horn works great.
lights work, blinkers work, so that's all we really need anyway.
Hopefully the wipers will work. I really
Well,
like wipers.
Yeah, hopefully the wipers will work.
We'll see.
Streetcar things. So we've been working on the interior a little bit more, got our harnesses hooked up. I carbon wrapped the door bar, just, sliding over it and kicking it and all that. It protects the paint a little bit. We got the rear end completed. We stayed up way too late getting this on, but we were fueled by excitement.
Yeah, it came out really good.
Yes, we're also working on getting the gas tank back in. We got this Holly gas tank. It's the EFI conversion. Comes with the cool sniper sending unit and all that, but we're still working on making it fit. It's a little tight in some spots, so we're trying to figure that out. But
Which it might be the truck's fault because the body mounts are so old.
Yeah.
It's kind of sagging a little bit on the driver's side, so
Yeah.
hopefully we just get that corrected and we won't be any issue.
the stock tank is actually cracked also, so kind of have to figure out the new one and make that work. So
We'll get it in there.
we'll get it in there, but it's just one of those things that should be simple, but it's not.
This is easy. Everybody would do it.
What would you say we're at right now? Like 60%?
58.32.
58.32% completed.
Action! 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 So we recruited my lovely 16-year-old niece to be our camera lady.
Yep.
What?
Yep. That way we can actually record more of what we're doing.
And work at the same time.
Right. Currently, I am making an ECU power distribution module plate. Got my high-tech template
Cardboard
here.
stencil.
Yeah, so we're good with that. And yeah, we're gonna cut some holes in it and get this thing mounted up. Morgan, what are you gonna work on?
I'm working on the front suspension. It's a little gooey from Georgia clay and grease and grossness.
Okay.
So I'm gonna work on cleaning that. I'm gonna paint some calipers and maybe try and get the front suspension back together with the new spindles.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, sounds like a game plan. I'm gonna get started and you de-goo.
Got it.
This is good. I swear there's like 20 pounds of clay that we've removed from this truck. Yeah, I'm just gonna use like 50 cans of brake clean. I guess that's what you get when you buy like a 40-year-old farm truck. Is this normal?
Whenever you're cutting something like this, you always want to make sure you have your safety squints on. Such a high-tech operation we got here.
Alright.
Not bad for a hand drill, a cardboard box, and a big old hillbilly.
So the whole reason we are cleaning up the front is because we got these drop spindles from X2. Gonna take it down quite a bit. Got our Viking coilovers. So all of this should make it really nice, and it feels like a shame to just put it onto gross grime. So, and we are probably gonna get new ball joints and new tie rod ends, but we're just trying to clean it all up so when we do take the rest of it apart, we don't get covered head to toe in grease like I am right now. All right, what are we doing, Jason?
Playing Tetris.
I don't think that's right.
We're going to be putting the Vikings on the front. Basically, assemble a shock body. Put that doodad in here. Assemble all that. Get that up in the upper pocket. And then we're going to put the drop spindles on. Those are from, what, X2, I think?
Yep, X2.
So I should get it sitting real nice. Hopefully it's not too low, but,
We'll see.
you know, low life and such. This is the computer. This is the conversion harness. This is the power distribution module. We're going to try not to catch anything on fire.
Oh,
So that's step one. Got my ECU plate mocked up. Got a power distribution module on that as well. Got a little bit of room on top for a wideband controller. It's not exactly my favorite location, but given the length of this factory harness, how it kind of plugs in on the top here, pretty limited. So I think we should be fine. It's kind of where they are in the factory position, so don't think we're gonna have too much issue. Got a couple of factory connections here. It's gonna go and tie into the power distribution module. That will then also be getting power from the battery, which will be in the bed. So it's fairly straightforward. Back over here, you'll see we got a yellow and green. This is gonna be fuel pump feed and the fan control. So I'm gonna mount a relay for the fan somewhere, and same with the fuel pump. I'm pretty sure this is a 20 and 30 amp circuit already in here, but I don't really want to barbecue that thing, so I'm probably just gonna run external relays on everything. So far so good. Just got to run the wiring through the cab for the shifter, the gas pedal, and some other stuff. Got a switch panel going in as well. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that now.
oh. Got it.
What you doing?
I'm drilling holes to mount the gas pedal.
The gas pedal that's behind me?
Yeah, the gas pedal that you stole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Grab it, but that sounds like a lot of work. 2 drilled. Now we just got to put it up there and mark the 3rd hole. Good job.
Thanks.
Go team.
So we're gonna mount our new radiator from Cold Case. Since they don't exactly make radiators for Hurricane Swap D150.
Why not?
Well, this is relatively new, but we had to go, I think it was like a 66 through 74 Challenger radiator.
I think so. I honestly don't even remember what it's out of.
I think that's what it was, but it fits pretty good. It is nice and thick, so theoretically this should never get hot. But
That side might work.
this side seems to be okay.
You could mark that one. See this bottom slotted one? See if you can mark that.
Where?
My hand's kind of in the way. I don't know if you can get around my hand.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, gee, total accident. Okay. What are you doing?
Marker's not working.
Beautiful. More barnacles. Oh yeah, just cram it right in there. Yeah, just smash it into everything. It's fine. Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh no.
Oh my god, holy cow.
Got it.
Stole your job. What's going on over here? Pick the wrench up and set it right back on top of this one. Get in there. I have to like bend every fin on this thing. Oh, I think it's got miles of room.
Actually, that's not bad.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. It's like it was made for it.
Cold Case was super awesome working with our dimensions and helping us find something that would fit. So huge shout out to them. Super nice.
Took a couple steps backwards here to go forward. I think that's how you do it. Welding some different flanges on the back of these turbos. If you look, this flange is some sort of proprietary Chrysler, I guess, deal. Cannot find flanges for this thing. Really tired of looking for them, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna go ahead and glue some on. If you look here, I went ahead and did that already. You'll see my super spectacular last minute I'm in a rush welds. Don't really care, should be fine. Time to add some glue. I've done worse.
What did you say?
What?
You say I've done worse?
Look how tiny these exhaust ports are. This literally blows my mind that you can get this kind of power out of that small of a port. I guess we're gonna see just how much power this thing can actually make through there, but that is just crazy. Look at this thing, it's so tiny. I guess that's what you get when the turbo manifold is integrated in the cylinder head. Man, I'm excited to see what happens when we push this thing.
So we decided to run all the wiring to a switch panel in the truck. It just ended up being a little easier that way. So instead of just having this randomly mounted somewhere in the truck, I took the radio out, because race car, you don't need that. And I took the bezel. I cut out this aluminum backing plate to mount onto here. I am going to mount the switch panel onto that and drill out those holes. So it'll actually be integrated into the dash instead of, just randomly sitting somewhere. So that'll be a lot cleaner.
Kia. 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 Kia.
Oh, you're not using your safety squints today?
No, I'm gonna use my actual
No.
safeties.
What are you doing?
So what I'm gonna do here is ruin this perfectly good bed and put a door in it.
Why are you putting a door in it?
Because some miscalculations happened with the factory location fuel tank, so it's getting
Yeah?
a really nice fuel cell. The good news is, though, this bed has a couple of other small holes placed in it by
Yeah.
the previous owner, so I don't feel so bad chopping a giant hole in the floor, but, we're gonna make the best out of it.
You did it. You still got all your fingers?
Yeah, I got all 9.
That's cool. Wait,
Yeah.
9.
Action. We ended up having to put a fuel cell in the back of this thing. And the reason being is once we got that really nice Holley retrofit fuel system in the truck, we put the rear end in and then realized once we centered it, because we had the pinion offset centered when they built the housing, the drive shaft and pinion was essentially rubbing the tank. So obviously that's a big problem, and the only solution we could come up with was the logical and probably smarter solution we should have done in the first place is rear mount fuel cell. So this is a nice little RCI piece. Luckily the unit we got Still uses the Holley Sniper EFI conversion deal, which is a really cool piece. It falls right into place, has a sending unit, or a fuel level sender, should I say. And yeah, everything just goes right in here. Don't mind me, I'm really tired. Half out of it. It's been a long, 42 days? Something like that?
42 days. Well, the truck is finally back in one piece. The bed is back on, and we've pretty much finished everything we need to do back here. The battery box is in, the water box is in, everything is plumbed, and the truck might look a little bit different from the last time you saw it. We got some really cool Jag spike wheels. We've actually had these in the past, but we had the black version, and as soon as I saw the polished ones, I knew they would go so well with all the like polished trim on the truck and the brand new bumpers and everything. And then this was a last minute decision we pretty much made yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like a same day decision to put our logo on the truck. And we were just gonna go with a sticker for the sake of time, since we are, you know, running out of time at this point. But thankfully our local pinstriper was able to squeeze us in, and I feel like it just fits the overall vibe of the truck so much better than a sticker would have. Yeah, it could not have come out any better. The inside of the truck, not much has changed. We're still waiting on our seat covers, and we're gonna make a little center console still to mount the shifter on.
Wanted to point out that center console is going to have cup holders in it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
very important to me. I gotta have my road soda, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Snacks, maybe
Whatever
a little dipping
else.
sauce holder,
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. So we've got pretty much everything plumbed up here. We decided to put our heat exchanger on the front, so everything looks really good in there. Jason did a fantastic job finishing up all the wiring over here.
It's an absolute mess, but there's a lot of stuff. I didn't know really where to put it. You're limited on length here, so just kind of,
Just kind of put it where we could,
just
because
kind of ran with it.
you're completely limited to this main line here, and unless you want to take like 8 days rewiring the entire thing and extending it, that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah. We finally finished up the V-bands on the turbos, got it all back together, of course, and went ahead and did some 3-inch stainless duals. So it should be really interesting to hear what it sounds like. It actually goes underneath the truck and it goes into an X pipe, and then it's going to dump out right behind the axle, or should I say in front of the axle.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I'm really excited to hear what it sounds like. Because like we really don't know, because we're pretty much the beta testers of this thing. So
yeah. It's going to sound somewhere between like a real cool 2JZ and like a Massey Ferguson tractor. So either way, I'm pretty stoked.
yeah, either way, I feel like that's good. Our good friend David
Yeah.
made us this really cool brake
He's very
adapter.
handsome too.
Yeah.
On his handy dandy water jet, cut us out a nice brake master adapter. That way we get rid of the booster, because the exhaust was all up in it.
We did not want to have manual brakes, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, exactly. So how much time is it that we have left?
From today, we have 19 days. Delete 2 or 3 of those days,
Yeah,
because we
so-
have to drive 20 hours.
We're essentially 2 weeks for us. Who really needs to test the car they put together in 40 days?
As long as this thing doesn't burn to the ground, we are going to be starting this tomorrow. We have been working on this thing in such a rush that we probably missed recording a lot of stuff. So sorry about that. But we still hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the startup video very soon. We are going to work on that tomorrow. But for now, we are going to bed. So we will see you next time.